totally amazing here. The home of scientific knowledge and discovery since the 1st of January 2K19. And what I'm holding here is failed product time. And this is a substantial fail. And if we look at the top, as you can see, for export only, travel adapter. For export only, because obviously wherever this was made, they're so embarrassed they don't want to sell it where it is or where it's from. So obviously they're aiming to sell this thing internationally on the open markets. And here's a little clue. There's a CE mark there. Just try and point to this now. CE. It's not for what you think the CE mark is. CE is normally the conformity of a European standard, means that it meets the safety requisites and all of the necessary manufacturing, environmental and other requirements, which doesn't mean that you should be able to do that with it. Or, even worse, it doesn't mean that you should be able to shove drill bits or anything else in it like that. So the CE on there, as you can see, I'm pretty sure that means confirmed execution device, or maybe confirmation of extortion, possibly, having you bought it, or confirmed eradication, or maybe from country of origin eradication, or anything like that, or country of origin exported. When I mean country of origin, you insert the kind of appropriate so-called country name in. Pins on that. You see that? Or scratch marks on it. Well, I've actually done a metallurgy test on it, and they're not magnetic. The pins on it are not magnetic in any way. I'll tell you what they are. They're completely unmagnetic. It's aluminium. In fact, the whole thing is essentially just clad aluminium, including the screws, and including in there where it's nice and shiny. Here in the UK, you have one of these wall outlets. You would have seen these if you've ever been to the UK or live in the UK. That's essentially your, plug in a wall plug. Back plate here is affixed to your wall. That's a socket outlet, and you put in a plug, and that would supply either your phone or a washing machine or a toaster or a fridge or whatever. Not designed for that, because it doesn't, it does fit, but if you have to force it. On this side, I can't shove anything in there because they're shutters, which you can see. You can see the shutters clearly. And I sort of get my arm out of the way, poke that down. You can see on the side, you should be there you are. You can see contacts inside there. Should be able to. Yeah. Release that, and then you can't poke anything in there. Well, I can do that, and if I was a kid and did that and then touched the end of that, I'd be dead. Gets worse than that though, because I can stick something in there upside down, which now means it's not earthed, because there's the earth pin. Well, it doesn't even really kind of stay in there, it just sort of falls out. But it gets funnier now, doesn't it? Because I can do that and short out, as I just have, line and earth using line and neutral. Or if I really wanted to, which is a big no-no, you see that earth pin won't fit inside there, not at all. Even if I open the shutter first, yes, yeah, let's do it down here then. If I open the shutters and try to shove that in, well, it's just not going to fit. Size difference. Not here. That one I can just do that. There you go. Now, if that was a plug for a microwave oven, or maybe a skybox or something like that, and I did that, and then touch metal body, well, then I'm dead, essentially, because then I'm essentially just basically putting a line current straight through the earth conductor, straight into whatever appliance that's gone to. Huge fail. Proclaims inside there to have a 13 amp fuse. No, it doesn't. There's no such thing inside that. And that's the next problem. Oh, God. Oh, I can't even force that in there. Here in the UK, there's two ways you can wire this up. You could wire it onto a radial circuit and have 20 amp through it, or you can go through a ring final circuit and have 32 amp through it. Problem is, that doesn't have a fuse in it. So I'm going to get either 20 or 32 amp straight out through that. 40 amp if I actually plug that into a socket outlet for a cooker, a shower or something. Oh, and while we're on the subject of this anyway, those pins, they're also bent and completely at the wrong length, but we'll go into that more on another video. But this is the other problem as well in relation to that. Those pins are made of aluminium. Pins here out of a regular socket, well, that would go into there or whatever, are typically made of solid brass. Inside these is either going to be solid copper or brass. If that's aluminium, that's shoved into there, which kind of doesn't really fit, you have two different materials that ultimately have two different levels of resistance. Now, pardon all puns when I say this, it comes as no shock, well it could come as a shock for some people to realise that if that's aluminium, these pins are, you've got that forced into there like so, that's going to start overheating. And it will overheat because there's obviously a difference in materials, and where you have a resistance, you're going to get heat build-up. That's pretty much essentially how a light bulb works. Well, the old incandescent type anyway. And as we can see, sort of side note, it really doesn't want to fit in there properly. So I have to kind of, force it. And I think I've nearly cracked that. And also, on last note, they couldn't even be bothered to do the screws up properly on it. So, at a later date, we are going to do some more stuff with this. I'll just show you exactly why it's dangerous. But as it does say anyway, for export only. Well, I think the design needs a little work, because that's terrible. Now also, just before we do go off, sleeving on here, and I know I've already had these sort of plugs tested, well, the majority of what you'd find. Those are usually made of some moulded vulcanized plastic or rubber, something similar to like what an ice hockey puck is made of. Well, look at the sleeving on those. It's mostly missing.